Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm back for another one, and I want to thank everyone all my subscribers, all of them that didn't leave in my absence, and I'm gonna try to, stay as routine as I can with putting out some pretty new videos, and trying to keep up with everyone. Second, I also want to welcome any new subscribers. Um, Everyone here is pretty open to discussion. Everyone here is pretty friendly, and honestly, this video is next, or this channel is next to impossible to find. Um, I have a few theories as to why that is, but feel welcome. I answer everyone. I don't monetize. I go unscripted. A lot of times I will write out bullet points so I don't really lose, train of thought. But it's always going to be honesty you get from me. If you want to check out any of my other videos, feel more than free, But there's something else I need to tell all of you about. I am not getting notifications like I should be. It's just not happening. Um, I've missed some very important comments from people, some of my beloved subscribers, and I want all of you to know it's not deliberate. If anything, all of you should know, or if you've been keeping up the last few videos, that I'm trying to repair the damage that I've done in my absence. Excuse me. So, bear with me. I've been having to go to each individual video and scroll through the comments to see what's being left a lot of times, and that's how I'm seeing what a lot of you are saying. So anyway, to everyone that's been there, thanks for coming back. People that are brand new, I hope that I can, you know, be of some help, some use, and to all of you. As long as I'm here, you're not alone, and a lot of the other people here, great people to talk to. So anyway, today is going to be kind of not really a strange one, but it's something that all of us have heard. I don't know if all of us have discussed it, but it's definitely something that all of us have dealt with, dealing with the Mandela Effect, and as to the theory as to why it's happening. Now, a lot of us have different theories. A lot of people believe it's ascension to another level. A lot of us believe that it's multiple dimensions, and it just goes on and on. Me personally, I lean towards technology and this being man-made. Now, that's not what this video is about. If you have any questions or any theories, or as to why I have the theory I have, either see other videos, or you can ask me on this video. Any video that you come across, you can ask me anywhere you want to. I will freely discuss anything that anybody wants to talk about. Um, but anyway, there's it's a little strange, and I don't know if any of you have maybe run across this before, but there is something called biokinesis. Now, what this deals with are frequencies, and I'm pretty sure that's been in the title of the video, but um, I've never really been too keen on these mantras. Maybe that's another name for them, or these like, I don't know, healing frequencies that if you listen to this certain sound, you can heal your body, your mind, your heart, you know, pain, whatever. To me, it's all sounded like snake oil. It sounds like bullshit, to be quite honest, and so I've never really paid it too much mind. Now, I know a lot of people out there. There's a lot of meditative gurus that say, oh, this is a different frequency, and that you guys know what I'm talking about. That different frequencies affect us in different ways, and there's something I ran across that I thought was pretty strange, kind of odd, a little different, and now what this is about is apparently, and I mean, these are videos that have 700,000, a million and a half, 2 million views. I really don't remember what the subscriptions were, the subscribers or whatever the numbers, but it seemed like it was a pretty popular video. I mean, let's face it, not too many of us have million viewed videos. Um, but it's about people that apparently can change their eye color by listening to certain frequencies, and depending on what frequency you listen to, um, it will change your eyes a certain color. Now I know what a lot of you are thinking. It's like, oh, here we go, got some more bullshit. Well, that's what I was thinking too. But I'm gonna be quite honest with you. If I'm sure a lot of you can tell that my eyes are dark brown, the color of shit, and thank you for the nice people that are gonna say, oh, your eyes ain't so bad. Well, grass is always greener, right? But I will say some of the most beautiful people I think on this earth are dark complected people, dark hair, and have really bright eyes. Male or female. These are very attractive people. So I'd be lying to you if I wasn't envious of these people that have green eyes, dark hair, blue eyes, dark hair, dark features. I'm envious of it. Now that's just my own little personal 2 cents. But these videos I ran across, the biggest channel that I saw was called Quadable Integrity, and I've never seen a trivial video. And when I mean trivial, I mean like something you really can't point your finger at. And that's why I was never really down with the whole frequency healing thing. It's like, it could be a placebo effect, It could be something that people just got worked in their head. I mean, the placebos are possible. So, I mean, or a placebo effect is possible. So, I really wasn't sure, and I just didn't pay it too much mind. However, when I ran across these videos, I have never seen videos with this much positive reinforcement for something that was trivial. I mean, your eye color changing is a pretty significant thing. And especially without like surgery, contacts, or whatever. And I mean, YouTube's YouTube, Google's Google, whatever. But I mean, to be honest with you, I just really don't see how there's thousands of people and like about a 75 to 80% approval rating in something that, like I said, is trivial. I've just never seen it in any video anywhere. If it's something that strange, it's usually 50-50. It goes more negative than positive. You guys know what videos I'm talking about. Do this to your PC and it will do this or do that, or turn your Windows PC into an Apple PC or a MacBook or something. Those videos are shit. It always ends up the same way. It's more negative than positive. But I've never seen one that went like 75% positive to the negative for something like this. Now, there's a few people, well, I'm going to say a few, there's a lot of people that say that once they've done this for so many amount of days, months, whatever, that they start to see different changes in their eyes. And apparently there's a user, and she has her own video, but her name is Jen NJ, letter N, letter J. And apparently she has proof. Now, I've seen the video, and I guess for what it's worth, this girl's eye color did change, and she attributes it to, and it wasn't like it's a change pop like overnight. It was a gradual change over months. So I mean, like I said, I'm a lot of you guys know that I'm not the biggest conspiracy theorist, but I am, I don't know. It's kind of hard to sell me on stuff, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of sold. So, I'm gonna try it, for two reasons. One, like I said, my eyes are, very brown, and I don't like them very brown. Like I said, I'm envious of something else, of another color. Um, and I want to see. I just want to see. I want to see if a frequency is has the capability to change physical attributes to our body. I mean, to me, that sounds pretty important. And a lot of you guys know that I'm not some paid shill, or whatever the hell people are when they think they're feeding the lie. Um, a lot of people have a lot of things to say about a lot of people that dabble in this subject. Oh, this guy's just a paid shill. This guy is, he does it just for the money. He does it just for this and just for that. I think a lot of you, if not the majority of you, even trolls that show up here, have a pretty good idea I'm not one of those people. Maybe at the most you could call me delusional, I guess at the most. But for the most part, you know that I'm not some paid off person to further lies. You know, um, I really try to be very grounded and down to earth and try not to live in left field so far that I'm just called some whack job. Um, but this is my point, okay? If our bodies can go through physical changes through a frequency, and I think a lot of you know where I'm going already, doesn't that doesn't don't you think that can have a lot to do with what's going on with the Mandela effect, or with these things people are seeing, or things that people are remembering? And I don't expect very too many of you to go back into my history, but I believe that if there was an ascension, we're the ones left behind. I feel like if there was some type of hijacking of the mind, we didn't get the download. We didn't upgrade to the next level. That's where I like to, I feel like we were left behind. You know, I really have a hard time believing we were this little group of us were picked up and dropped somewhere else. I feel like the masses, which a lot of you know that we're empaths. A lot of us have superb memories, or memory, and I just don't think we were the ones that were movable. We are the leftovers. That we're the anomalies. We're the ones that did not get the update. If you want me to elaborate, I'll be more than happy to, or you can go into previous videos of mine. Um, someone, one of my viewers, subscribers brought up they were going to look into 5G technology and the effect that it has on people. Like I guess like the 4G and 3G, these signal formats for our communication devices, cell phones, laptops, tablets, whatever it is. And I really don't know much about it, honestly. But right now, I'm very I want to be very involved in this frequency thing. Now um, I know that a lot of you, you know, a lot of you know, or will, I'm sure, tell me that, there's no telling what we've been exposed to, the 4G signal, 3G, even radio before, we left radio format, which I have a theory on that too. I think it's kind of funny how a lot of these changes happened once we left radio signals and went to digital signals. I think that has a lot to do with something too. And so now that I think about these physical changes that apparently people can achieve in their face, by hearing a certain sound, and like I said, eye color is it's a pretty significant thing for me. I mean, I don't know if you can listen to a frequency and change your skin color, or your hair color. I mean, that would be some crazy stuff too. But I think the eyes are very sensitive, very much connected to our mind. So I guess and a lot of I'm just a regular person, but I can see how that could be, really connected to our mind. I mean, like our sinuses, like our sinus area, our eyes are connected to that, you know. Um, but if this is true, and that's what I kind of want to find out. I'm going to test bunny myself. That's kind of what I want to find out. Is if this is true, and I'm not talking about relaxing because I heard a certain tone. I'm not talking about getting over a cold because I heard a certain frequency, or how white noise can be soothing. That's not what I'm talking about. All right, that has the plausibility of a placebo effect. All right, maybe eye color does too. Maybe if we think hard enough, maybe we could change our eye color. But I think then we're getting into a different type of telepathy, or we're getting into something else then. But for you to literally hear a sound and your eye color change, I don't know, that sounds like a very important experiment for me to try. And I mean, it's not like I'm gonna be able to tell a difference in a week. Some of these people have said they've seen differences within days, and my eyes are so much of the shitty origin. I have no intention of my eyes changing anytime soon, but I am gonna try it. And you know, um, this is kind of off subject, but I saw in some eye changing surgery that people were getting done, that a lot of, or not a lot, but I saw Christian post, mark of the beast. You should be happy with the way God made you and all that. So if there's any of you that are of the Christian descent and they want to kind of throw that at me, I'm going to tell you now, don't do it. It's not going to make me happy. I don't want to hear about it. All right. I'm not the mark of the beast. I'm not whatever. And really and truthfully, being so damn judgmental, you could be the fucking mark of the beast as far as I'm concerned. Okay. So all I'm saying is, if you're going to do any of that, you should be happy with the way you were made or whatever. Yeah, I hear that. All right. But you're talking to a guy that's pierced his face and has tattoos all over. That ship has sailed. Just for the record. All right. So let's kind of keep that part out of it. Um, so anyway, you know, I just want proof. Like I said, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I think that I don't know how many of us are like that. I know there's flat earthers in my group. I know there's 9/11 was a setup job. I know that there's a lot of conspiracy theorists out there. I know that I have, I'm sure quite a few of them here in my channel. But not to say it's a majority or anything, but I think there are a few. I'm just not one of those people. That's what makes the Mandela effect so serious to me, is that I'm just not one of those kind of people. I'm a fact person. If there's a better answer, I'm going to find it. If there's a better solution, I'm going to use it. If there's a way for me to evolve, I'm going to do it. I'm never ever going to be settled with what I have. I'm always going to move forward to an enlightenment. I'm never ever going to say, well, this is the way my father did it, so it's the way I'm going to do it. This is the way blah, blah, blah did it. This is the way I don't believe that. People say they get older and they get stuck in a certain thing. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. I say fuck that. Okay, sorry if I'm offending anyone. I don't agree with that. Okay, I believe that your mind is the most powerful muscle in your body, and it's not even a belief; it's a fact. Okay, but I know it's the most powerful muscle in your body, and if you concentrate hard enough, if you are to wield and determined to change anything, you can do it. Okay, and I feel like I'm one of those people that will constantly change. When I'm 50 years old, I'm gonna change. When I'm 60 years old, I'm gonna change. If it's a better option, I'm gonna do it. Okay, if it's safer, if it's better, if it's healthier, if it's whatever it is. And don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm a vegetable person. It's not like I'm sitting around drinking like power shakes or whatever. But I mean, if there's a better option, I'm going to take it. I'm not going to sit and dwell in my way of thinking when the answer has literally progressed to a better state. I will also adopt that better state. Um, but anyway, so yeah, I think that if this is true, which I'm pretty sure that if this does happen, I'm pretty sure I'll become a paid shill by the time my eyes change color. That's something that I've done. But a lot of unlike these other people commenting on these videos, there's only been I've only seen I don't know, I couldn't go through all the videos, but I do know that I saw that one that I named earlier, Jen NJ. I know that she took pictures of herself, of her eyes and whatever, but I'm not going to stop doing this channel. So to be in all fairness, that if my eyes do start to change, there's a good chance that a lot of you will be able to see a progression within my eyes changing. So, and that's going to be the best proof I know how to offer. Now, and I don't know, like I said once, if this is true, I think this answers a lot of questions about the Mandela effect and how, and you know, we might just get closer to an answer as to how certain frequencies we've been dealing with. And like I said, I'm very dependent on whenever. I know a lot of you remember. It may not be like that in Australia, which I got a new Australian subscriber. Hey, but to us in the States, I know that you guys had to remember when you had to get a new antenna for your television because radio signal was being cut off and being used for something else, and then we got a digital signal. We had to go get that different type of antenna for our televisions. I know a lot of you remember that. I think that something happened then. I believe in the bottom of my heart that at that moment, when that transition happened, I believe something else happened at the same time. Is it Mandela effect related? I don't know. Did it make us more susceptible to different things? Possibly. You know, so all I'm saying is that I don't know. After seeing so much positive feedback about eyes changing, I don't know. We're talking about videos with hundreds of thousands of comments and likes and all that. I just don't see how that's one or two or three or four or five friends or buddies with a YouTube channel creating hundreds of accounts to say all this positive stuff. I just don't see that happening, you know? Like, I mean, it just seems really far-fetched for me. So I can safely say that I believe it more than not believe it. You know, I mean, and like I said, the only way for me to do that is to try. You know, and I mean, you guys look into it yourself. I'm not going to really put any links because I definitely encourage people doing their own research. But I'll say it again. Quotable Integrity was the name of that channel. There's a few other channels, or at least another one or two, that do this frequency thing. And a lot of you know there's a lot of these chakra guru sounds that apparently help you relax. And we all have like these different auras, different colors, and this is all brand new for me. I mean, I've seen it all, but I've never really dabbled in it. So anyway, I want to thank everyone. If you've listened the full 22, 23 minutes to what's this video, I want to appreciate all of you. If you're brand new here, if you didn't like this video, you might as well go ahead and just shag ass and take off, because that's basically what this channel is. I'm going to go over different subjects, talk about different things, and I don't know. I try to bring a sense of normalcy to things that are very much abnormal, and telling me that my mind isn't the same way anymore, for me, is very abnormal, and thus me creating this Mandela Effect channel. So anyway, that's going to be it. I'm going to get out of here. That's going to be all for me. But if you have paid attention this long, I don't know how many of you actually do, but I have one more question. And if it's inquired about, then I'll be more than happy to divulge that information. But I've seen a video recently, and I know that a lot of you flat earthers out there, that anytime there's a camera being used close to outer space or in our like stratosphere, you always say it's a bubble lens. That's why it looks curved. Okay. And just for the record, I have a GoPro. I know how those lenses work. My question is this: I've seen this footage the other day. It's not like a flat Earth debunking video. It just happens to be footage of someone in that part of the sky. Let me ask you something. How can a video being taken from its point of origin, let's just say a plane or some type of jet, how can what's outside the window be curved and the vessel it's being shot from isn't? Now, if you're going to tell me it's two cameras, it was not two cameras. Okay? That's a fact. I just want to I want to know how bubble lens affects, or how do you explain bubble lens affecting everything outside the window but nothing inside the window? That's my question to you guys, because I have seen some footage that does do that, and for me, honestly, that just sealed the deal for me as far as how it's impossible to see around Earth. So, so anyway, if anybody's watched it this long, that's your little end credit scene here. That's kind of off subject. I won't put it in the description. But if you did see it this far, you'll see this part. So, anyway, I'm out of here. That's it for me. I will see you guys later. And like always, stay strong, everyone. I'll see you soon.